Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. The clip that you're about to see is from one of my recent live streams over on Twitch and Facebook. If you'd like to catch me live when I do these, you can subscribe to my Twitch, which is under Brindalizer, and you can also follow me over on Facebook so that you can catch me over there. Sometimes I go live on my page, sometimes I go live in my Phoenix Path private group. Either way, you're welcome to join me and catch collective readings as well as some mini readings. And the reading that you're about to hear, it's only a few cards, but it has a very profound message that came through to share with everyone. Please only take what what you own, what resonates, and leave the rest at the door. It wasn't meant for you anyway. If it doesn't make sense to you, please, it wasn't meant for you. But if you are seeing this at random in your feed and you decide to click on it, you're seeing it at exactly the time that you needed to hear the words that came through. I hope you enjoy it, and look for the links below to subscribe to my Facebook or Twitch channels. And I hope that you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that like button, and I will see you in the future. Thank you. How timely is this message? Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Hey, Sheila and Daryl and Michael. Good timing, good timing. All right, I think that the music may be just a touch too loud. There we go. I don't want to yell over it. There we go. So, overflow. I'm going to get in a little closer. I want you to see it. So many good things are headed your way, or are already occurring in your life right now. Yet you may be thinking that they're not quite possible, or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it. Defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty, like you have enough. There is so much beauty and love, opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet, it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Sound familiar, anyone? Sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Raise your hands. Feel that one? Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. Gas prices much? It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach. Bring yourself back to your life. Restore your faith in a power greater than you, and remind yourself to focus on your smaller personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. Time and time again, and you'll hear it again and again, and again and again, until you're ready to say, God, I got it, Micah, shut up. Abundance does not equal prosperity. Abundance does not equal prosperity. Abundance attracts prosperity. Gratitude attracts abundance, which attracts prosperity. Without gratitude, you won't feel abundant. You won't have abundance. And if you don't have gratitude, you obviously won't have enough prosperity. And if you do have enough prosperity, you're going to be a miser with it. How authentically happy are those who have more? Seemingly have more. Sure, they can drive a fancy car, they can have a nice house, But I, as a delivery driver, know that they are not grateful for what they have. Because many times, the more that you feel like you need to have, the more that you need to have, instead of being grateful for what you do. It's ironic, isn't it? That abundance, and we think that it means having all of the things that provide us with freedom. No, that's prosperity. Prosperity provides us with the financial freedom. Abundance provides us with the freedom to feel good about where we are and be grateful for what we have. And it honestly shifts everything. You could have a negative bank account and feel abundant and it not hit as hard. I know, I've been there. And it's like, okay, it's in the negative. I've gotten out of it before. I'll do it again. It's just temporary. It's not a silver lining. That's truth. There's a difference between silver linings and truth. Silver linings are imagined hope. But when you know the truth that you have gotten out of holes before, the financial holes that you've been in the past, it's not a silver lining. It sucks. Okay? We'll call it what it is. It sucks when you don't have financial prosperity and you don't have enough in the bank. It sucks. It doesn't have to feel that way, though. It really doesn't. That's old programming. That's old mindset. And I'm not trying to tell everybody that they shouldn't. Oh. Been a while since I said that, right? That they shouldn't seek prosperity. I'm not saying that. Not at all. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a hefty bank account. Nothing. I would love to have one. I would. And I know many people who are watching would love to have a hefty bank account. Right? And if you do, God bless you. Because you have been. But even if you don't, you've still been blessed. You've still been given the opportunity. You've still been given moments. A chance to start. A chance to continue. And as long as you're still given that chance, it's a reason to be grateful. We can wake up in the morning full of suckage. Full of, I don't want to face the day. Full of depression. Full of, oh God, I have all of this that I have to get done. Meanwhile, we forget that we get to. We really do. We forget that we get to. And it's tough when you are surrounded by people, situations, dogmas that are like, you should be doing more, you should be working harder because you're being lazy. Are you? Oh, wait, hold on. I mean, seriously. You have another one? Okay, so it's becoming very clear that my mentee meetings are going to carry the themes for everyone else. I can't make this up. You watched me shuffle. Literally the same two cards that came out. All right. So it's the year of the horse, right? And this card actually came out right before the year of the snake left and heralded in the year of the horse. Yeah, I know. If you've been watching my shows with Carrie or my own, and all the talk about how great of a year it's going to be, and everybody's looking around and said, when the fuck, when? Right? I know I have one from time to time. As I was driving around, I'm going to go back to the gas prices because last night, in less than 7 hours, I watched the gas go up 20 cents. You bringing that change too? Is this the change you meant? Is this the bettering that you meant? Before I read what Colette wrote, sometimes, and you know what it means when I say sometimes, we have to experience chaos. We have to experience the Tower card and watch things fall down around us to rebuild so that things can get better. Because we've tried everything else. So sometimes. Now, in my Vision Quest deck, it's a horse on the Chaos card amidst the flames. And that card is the Tower card of that deck. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others only see the ugly. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, like many of us did, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Oh, we're talking about the opposite now, because before we were talking about truth, now we're talking about silver lining. Huh? Become a herald of the positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. The horseman cautions you to not allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial. Be sure that there is substance to the news you spread, and you are willing to live up to the expectations you raise. The world will welcome you with open arms as you share an uplifting message. Heed the horseman when he shows up once, for he bears good news and is announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. When he shows up twice in the same reading, or in the same week, though, use extreme caution. If you heed his warnings, all will turn out well. Hey, Emily, how you doing? Good to see you. All will turn out well. And you know, I am one of those heralds, I guess you could say, who is against toxic positivity. Is it good to maintain a positive mindset? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Is it good to have a positive mindset? Is it good to use a positive mindset to bury the crap that is around you? Not really. It's good to reframe it. It's good to silver line it, put a little dash of truth into it, take a look at it for what it is, do the old switcheroo thing that I keep talking about. And if you haven't heard me talk about it, well, I got hours on YouTube with either Lunaria or RevD talking about it. But the herald of change isn't going to happen with toxic positivity, with just blanketing Well, if you are happy all the time and you have a positive mindset and you do this all the time and I am wonderful and you don't believe it, well, you're just spewing your bullshit around the world, right? Hey, you showed up at the exact moment you needed to, Em. You did. But seriously, it is wonderful to have a positive mindset and to believe that everything is great. But do you believe it or are you trying to convince yourself? That's the difference. That's what really makes the change happen and branches outward. Is that once you start believing and you don't have these internal arguments like every day and every way I'm getting better and better. No, you're not. If you have that little voice inside that disagrees, you're not there yet. And that's okay. That means that, oh, perhaps I should not make these grandiose declarations of I am. Or perhaps you should until you believe them. That's how the subconscious works with the universe, is that once it believes what the mind is telling it, then you can make the connections universally to make the changes you want to make. Right? You've seen it happen. You know, at least once in your life, you have seen this type of thing happen, where if it's something that you really believe in, you make it happen, Michael. ODD can be a strength, not a weakness. Don't tell me I can't. I'll prove you wrong. Ooh. Text time. No, I'm literally just using you as an example, Michael, of obsessive defiance disorder. Obsessive compulsive is a little bit different. Obsessive compulsive, you have to have things a certain way, and if there's any variation from that, it sends you into an overstimulated trigger. Obsessive defiance, don't tell me I can't because I will. And sometimes that's a troublemaking problem, and sometimes it creates websites. All of us are a little OCD in some way. All of us are a little ODD in some way. All of us are a little neurospicy in general in some way. Nobody's perfect. But human beings like to have labels. I still haven't paid to get a label so that people who don't understand, who aren't my cup of tea, well, I'm light and sweet, okay? I like it in my coffee. That's what that was about, by the way. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but you love coffee, come sit by me. I like it light and sweet. I'm not going to get myself defined to make you more comfortable. If I get myself defined, it's because I can no longer handle and figure out what approach I need to take in order so that I can have a healthy mindset and experience. I still don't want it labeled though, because then that gives other people a reason to treat me differently than they would have if they just gave the opportunity to see for who I am through the filters of I love you anyway. I'm not perfect and neither are you. And you is a general you. You is not a direct you in any way. And I am just mirroring right now. And it's just a thought for many people to consider. It's okay if two people don't align. It's not okay for one to force alignment in their eyes and expectations over another. That's not okay. You know it can calm his savage beast. Oh, and that's a big thing. I'm gonna share this with everybody. That's a good point. I want to share that with everybody. Okay? I feel guilty though when I don't align with someone, like it is my fault. No, it's not your fault. It's not their fault either, unless they sit there and they gaslight you about it. No, that's not how you feel. What, are you in my brain? Are you so omnipotent with your empathy that you know exactly how I feel at all times? No. No. Sometimes I surprise people because I will present one way and be feeling completely different while still maintaining authenticity as much as I can. Right? Get out, it's crowded enough. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Right? Yes. I didn't ask you in there. Love me for me or get out. Love me for my strengths. Love me for my weaknesses. Love me for my faults. Love me when I screw up. If that's not enough for you, bye. We don't align. I love you. See ya. And that's it. And what's wild is that we can do that with newer experiences. They haven't had time to weave their way into the neural net of the mind and the body. It's getting all of the others to calm down because they're not resolved in many ways, right? Did they get resolved? Probably not.